If you could do this in your 20s and 30s, you will dominate in your 40s and 50s and make so much money. Just leaving the gym and wanted to share something that I heard recently. I actually saw it on Twitter and I thought it was super interesting, and it's so true. And I'll start with a story. So last night, I'm working with a client, helping him do paid media, basically Facebook ads, Google ads, helping him digitize, bring his business to the 21st century. And yesterday he sent me this video that was too long to send over text. And I just asked him, I said, hey, would you mind sending that to me on Google Drive? And he goes, are you talking to me in another language right now? And I just thought it was so funny at the time. And I screenshotted it, sent it to some of my friends. He's a really good guy, so I didn't mean to make fun of him. But the fact that he owns this, multi seven-figure business, doesn't even know what Google Drive is, doesn't know how to send a link to send a longer video to somebody, was just super telling to me. It was just funny. Again, the guy has been successful for a bunch of reasons. Being smart in the digital world is not one of those reasons. So it just hit me yesterday. I'm like, man, like a lot of these old heads as my youngest brothers call them, a lot of these old people, these boomers, 40s, 50s, 60s-year-old, they are not digital people. They are not bought into technology at all. And I just had this thought, and I saw something on Twitter. It was like, if you could keep your head down in your 20s and 30s, learn some valuable skills, specifically skills in e-commerce, skills in, digital business, skills with artificial intelligence, and you learn how to use these tools. You learn how to leverage these platforms to build businesses, to streamline processes, to make things more efficient. If you learn those things in your 20s and 30s, in your 40s and 50s, you will dominate and you will crush, because what happens and what's going to happen is all these people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who own these businesses, who have had a chance to amass some capital, to build up funds, to buy businesses, to make moves. All of these people are going to get old. They're going to retire. They're going to settle down. They're getting slow. They're falling behind. And I don't say that from a bad place. I say that from a place of optimism. Like, if you're in your 20s and you're watching this, or your 30s and you're watching this, keep building, keep working. Your 20s and 30s are for getting good at building and learning and building a skill set. And your 40s and 50s are for building cash, for building wealth. So if you feel behind and you're watching this video and you're in your 20s and 30s, you are not. And I have to remind myself of this often, because it's the reality. Like, it's easy to compare yourself to people on LinkedIn and on social media and Twitter. Be like, man, this guy has, X amount of dollars and he's 30 years old or whatever. How come I'm so behind? But the reality is, we still have our whole lives ahead of us to make a ton of money. We are going to crush business. We are going to crush our careers. Like, if you can just stay focused and you can lay off the social media, you have a little bit of self-discipline to turn off the Netflix, to get to the gym, to eat healthy, to sleep, and to work, and to actually try to improve at some different skills and improve at business or whatever you're doing, whatever career path, we are going to crush the old heads. And, if anybody watches this who's old, again, I'm sharing this to inspire. I don't mean to throw any shade at anybody who might be watching this, but the reality is, we are coming, we're building. And, if you're young and you're feeling a little bit lost or you're feeling behind, don't be. So let's, I'm trying to build a movement of people who are motivated, people who want to become better, people who are driven, who want to share and learn from each other. So if that's you, subscribe to my channel. I'm just going to keep sharing stuff. Again, nobody's watching these videos right now, but I enjoy sharing this stuff, sharing these little tips and tricks and nuggets that I hear. If it helps one person, that's amazing. And I'm super happy. So talk to you guys tomorrow.